So I'm going to talk today about compost. I've just had a brolly over my compost heap to keep the sun out so I can actually make a video. So my heap is made of 4 pallets. They are attached with cable ties. There's no drilling, there's no nails or screws. They're literally just tied on, and they're about 1 metre high, metre wide. And there we go. So this is my heap, to which I needs to add about 70% greens, I reckon. I go with the Charles Dowding no dig method, but mess around and see what works for you. So the greens being some old fallen apples, living nitrogen rich things, leaves. These are rhubarb leaves, so what I do is I layer on layer of rhubarb leaves or whatever I've got. Grass clippings are brilliant, they're high in nitrogen, so I make a nice layer of greens. And the green stuff is what drives the heat and the decomposition in your heap. So you want about 70% of that. And what you need is a balance for that, because it will just go manky otherwise. So your browns, newspaper, cardboard, Amazon packaging is now safe to use. There's a lovely mulch here that we get delivered. It's crap as wood chip, but it's a mulch, so it's mostly brown, but actually some green in it still, so some little green bits. Don't worry too much, you don't want loads of conifer, but it's fine to put in there. I tend to ignore people that say they don't want any conifer in there at all, although it does have some slight antimicrobial properties. And so, yeah, so all these green things, and the brown things, yeah. Also, like used animal bedding. So I have got a supplier of used animal bedding, just a mixture of straw and hay. There's some manure in there too. Actually, you can make an amazing heap with just layering manure with used bedding. I mean, that alone will get really hot and lovely. And so what you're really hoping for is a nice, rich compost. This is some stuff taken from the bottom. It's never going to look perfect, and you don't want it to look sterile and perfect. But this is roughly, stuff at the bottom is roughly a year old. There was just a little bit that I'd put on the bottom. The rest has been made this year. And so what you're doing is feeding the microbes and in the soil, and which in turn feed the plants. So you've got this lovely balance of the green nitrogen rich things, the brown stuff to kind of balance that. You don't want it too wet. Make sure it's not too dry either, but just keep it slightly damp, because you don't want it to go anaerobic, which is what happens when it gets soaking wet. But when it's dry, it just won't rot down. So I do keep a cover on mine. I've actually got some old tarp over here, which I just pop on top. And this will now be left for about a year. So it is just coming up September now. So this will be Halloween next year. So it's got 14 months to sit. I'm going to top it off with some wood chip. And so this mulch that I said about, it's worth contacting your local tree surgeons. They often sell it now. They used to give it.